Hari Om. Well, my dear students, welcome to the third part of the lesson Resources and Developments. You might have gone to the previous two videos, and it is in continuation with it third part. Here I am emphasizing giving only on land resources. Land is a very important resource for you all. Land all over the world supports natural vegetation, wildlife, human life, economic activities, communication, and transport system. Hence, land is of great significance for all nations. Am I right? It is an important asset which needs to be used with the care and concern because it is finite in nature. What I told? It is finite in nature. Careful planning of land use is also very important. India is a vast country with a variety of physical features, which are mountains, plateaus, plains, like this. And in India, mountain covers about 30% of total land area. Total India's land mass, how much? 3.28 million square kilometers. 3.28 million square kilometers. Out of it, mountains cover 30% of land. It ensures perennial flow of some rivers, maintains ecological balance, and provide facilities for tourism. Am I right? Next comes plateau. It is about 27%. Rich in fossil fuels, minerals, and forests. It is energy house of our country. Next comes plains, which covers 43% of land and provides facilities for agriculture and industries and settlement. You see our northern plains of India, coastal plains of east and west, how they are densely populated. Now, do we discuss land utilization and its land use pattern in India? Both physical and human factors determine the land use pattern of any area. What? Physical and human factors. Both are related to each other. They determine the land use pattern of any area. Physical factors means it includes topography of the land, climate of the land, soil types, and human factors. What? It includes population density, technological capability, and cultural traditions. Like this. And here also I can remind you, India has a total geographical area 3.2 million square kilometers that I told you already. We get to know about the land utilization of India on the basis of land use data. You will see the data is concerned. Presently, we have data for only 93% of the total area because reports from some political trouble areas could not be collected. That is, Pakistan and China occupied areas of Jammu and Kashmir and parts of the northeast. Recent studies and statistics clearly point out that land under permanent forest, permanent pastures, and land under the tree crops have decreased. The decrease in land under permanent pastures has seriously consequences because it becomes difficult to feed the huge cattle population if grazing lands are less. Land under forest have increased marginally. The other than current fallow lands are cultivated once or twice in about 2 to 3 years because such lands are of poor quality or the cultivation cost involved is very high. If these lands and current fallows are included in the net zone area, then the then 45.5% of the total surveyed area is under NSA. Here one thing remember, the gross crop area may come in the exam. It is the area, what gross crop area is the area sown more than once in an agricultural year plus net sown area. Now if you know land use in different way, it is used for forest cover, for fallow lands, current fallow, other than current fallow lands, net sown area, not available for cultivation, other uncultivated land, isn't it? Barren lands, land put to non-agricultural activities like industries, wastelands which can be cultivated and now left uncultivated for more than 5 years, 5 agricultural years. Land under miscellaneous, that is free tree crops and groves not included in net zone area. Also, permanent pastures and land for grazing herds are found. So, in this way, land has been used by the people. There is a wide variation in the pattern of net zone area from one state to another. Yeah? If we compare Haryana and Punjab with Arunachal Pradesh and Mizoram, Manipur and Andaman Nicobar Islands, there is a great disparity. In Punjab and Haryana, the net zone area is 80% of the total area, but in other mentioned states, it is less than 10% of the total area. Now think yourself. The reasons what are many. Maybe climate factor, soil factor, relief and irrigation facilities. The success of Green Revolution in Punjab and Haryana has also accounted for larger areas under net zone area in these states. Next, the National Forest Policy 1952 has outlaid that the desired forest area of a country must be 33% of the geographical area. Clear? This was necessary for maintaining the ecological balance. But the present forest cover is only about 23.3%. It is much lower than the desired percentage. This creates difficulties for millions of people who live in the fringe areas of the forests and depend upon the forest for their livelihoods. Some land is termed as wasteland. This includes rocky, arid and desert areas. Some land is termed as land put to other than non-agricultural uses. This includes settlements, roads, railways, industries, etc. Well, my dear students, you know the word degradation. Land is land degradation. How the land gets degraded over time if appropriate measures are not adapted to conserve and manage it. This disturbs the ecological balance. Land degradation is caused due to deforestation, shortage of land due to increased population, poor land use, insecure land tenure, inappropriate land management practices, and poverty are the main cause for land degradation in the country. Am I right? Human beings have which their economic activities degraded this natural endowment. Land has always provided us with our basic needs such as food, clothing, and shelter, but lack of appropriate measures to conserve it has had problem, serious challenge for the present scenario. Wastelands are degraded land which do not fulfill their life sustaining potential. It can result from inherent or it can result from imposed disabilities, that is location, environment, chemical and physical properties of the soil, or financial or management constraints. Dear students, land degradation has many causes. First of all, you know overgrazing. Clear? Overgrazing. It is one of the main reasons for land degradation. This is rampant in Gujarat, Rajasthan, MP, and Maharashtra. When overgrazing of natural pastures takes place, the vegetation cover decreases. What is pasture? Green grassy field, grazing field. This leads to wind and water erosion. Clear? Next, you can see mining. Abandoned mining sites have created deep scars and have nothing left to be utilized. This is common in the states of Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, and MP. Deforestation that occurs due to mining has caused severe land degradation. Similarly, mineral processing is also a major cause. Am I clear? This happens when cement is made. For example, you see, during this process, limestone is ground and this generates a huge quantity of dust in the atmosphere. This dust settles down on the land and hinders the infiltration of water into the soil. Make the soil infertile. Processing of calcite and soapstone for ceramic industry creates the same problem. Clear? Also, you may see waterlogging. Waterlogging is also one of the main cause for land degradation. The main cause of waterlogging is what? Over irrigation. This is the common in UP, Haryana, and Punjab, especially in the plain areas where perennial rivers are flowing. Waterlogging results in the increase of the salinity and alkalinity in the soil. How it increase the salinity? You know, water contains some salt minerals, mineral salts. When the water has absorbed by the root plants of the tree roots, they left the salt amount. In this way, the soil contains more salinity, cause basic, in science, in chemistry. For plant growth, salt is required, base is required, alkalinity also required. It should be proper balanced. Next, you can see the effluents from industries also cause land degradation. We say industrial development, isn't it? But you are not thinking about the effluents of the industries. Where in one way you are doing product development. Agricultural practices such as shifting agriculture, absence of soil conservation measures, unbalanced use of fertilizers, and faulty planning and irrigation, and many more like this cause land degradation. Yeah. This problem of land degradation needs to be tackled before the time. Some measures for conservation of this precious resource are up to you now. Am I clear? Well, dear students, the problem of land degradation needs to be tackled before the time. Some measures for conservation of this precious resource are should be presented. What it is? Afforestation programs, proper management of grazing, stabilization of sand dunes by growing thorny bushes in arid lands and desert areas, planting of shelter belts, proper management of wasteland, control over mining activities, and proper discharge and disposal of industrial effluents after its treatment. Well, dear students, today's part is completed. Many thanks that you have watched. Try to understand. Next, we proceed to next part of the lesson.